Hi, welcome back to the Daily Reset and another week of yoga and yoga techniques to positively affect your day. I'm Vicky, I'm a yoga teacher. Well, we already learnt that yoga is great for us physically and mentally. We learnt about strength, flexibility, and we learnt about using the breath to bring us into the present moment, effectively giving the mind a break. So you probably get the idea now that yoga is a very nurturing practice. We nurture our bodies and our minds and we try to bring it all together. So let's this week discover more about yoga and what it can do for you. Today we're going to work on some very simple techniques to release a bit of tension around the shoulders and the neck. I kind of see these more as a personal massage that you can use on yourself, metaphorically obviously, but yeah, so we're going to start as always with the breath. So let's just go to that place now. If you remember, we just take an easy seated position, so maybe cross-legged on your mat if you're on a mat, or if you're seated at a desk, just sit up tall in your chair and place your hands on your knees. So let's close the eyes for a moment and connect to the breath. So take a big inhale through the nose and exhale again through the nose. And again in and exhale. And again. Remember, if you want to count, you can count 2 to 4 on the inhale and 4 on the exhale. Sometimes helps to focus. Filling the lungs completely on the in-breath. And exhaling and emptying the lungs completely. Big breaths. And while you're here, just check in with your body. So working your way down from your head to your toes. Just noticing anything that's going on in your body today. And just noticing how you feel today. Very important to check in with ourselves. Keep breathing slowly and deeply. And now we're going to try something a little different to last week. And it's about tension release. So I want you to tense up anything that you can in your body. So create fists with your hands, clench your buttocks, shrug your shoulders, screw your face up, screw up your feet, and tense everything and squeeze really, really tight. The muscles on your legs, everything. Squeeze, 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 and let go. And relax. Open the hands. Take a breath. And then we'll do that again. So squeeze everything up really, really tight. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. As tight as you can. And big exhale and release. So there's hopefully that process has released some tension already and got you in the right frame of mind. I'm gonna come to my mat now. So we're gonna just go through some very simple techniques now, starting with the neck. So I'll come down to my mat and join you. So starting with the neck, we're going to tilt the head first of all to your right side. So tilting the neck over and just feeling the stretch down the side of the neck. And just breathe into it. Imagine the breath making its way to this area. Breathing deeply. And on the next inhale, come up to center. And then on the next exhale, move it down to the other side. Gently stretching out the right side now. Breathe deeply. And then on the next inhale, come back up to center. And we'll come down again to the first side. This time, take the hand on that side, so taking the right hand up and cupping the left ear with the hand. I want you to just gently, gently pull on the head, just putting pressure so that you feel this lovely stretch in the neck. Breathe deeply, breathe into that area. And then let your hand drop down, take it to your cheek, prop your head back up to center gently. And then we'll do the other side, big in breath, out breath, tilt the head down to the left, and then taking the hand up and over, cupping the right ear now. Breathing deeply, just the tiniest bit of pressure to just increase the stretch in the side of the neck. Breathe deeply into it. Should feel nice. And then letting the hand drop down, left hand to left cheek, just prop the head back up. Oh, that's nice. And then I'm going to come into cross-legged because I'm feeling, so if you're cross-legged and you're sitting back like this, I would stick something underneath your sit bones for this part, so you can make sure that you're not kind of sitting back like that, you're not hunching. So you want a nice straight spine. So if you've got a cushion or something, just stick it underneath. And then we're going to bring our hands in front into a kind of a reverse basket grip and push the palms away from us as far as we can, so that we're really pulling our shoulder blades apart behind us. Take a breath here. And then take your hands behind you and take a basket grip behind you and push the chest forward now, so really squeezing the shoulder blades together. Take a breath. And let's do that again. Shoulder blades apart, concaving the chest. In breath and out breath to the back, and pushing the chest forward, lifting the chest and feeling the shoulder blades touching if you can. And then stay here a moment, and then we're just going to lean forward, still with our hands clasped if we can. If that feels too much, then you can just take your hands to your lower back and just let your head drop down gently. Let the head go completely floppy. Couple of breaths here. Come back up. And then we're going to come into all fours now. So coming into, you might remember this tabletop position. Hands directly underneath the shoulders. And we're going to just work on the spine now. So curving the spine down towards the mat and then curling it up to the ceiling. And we're going to synchronize our breath. So breathing in, looking up to the ceiling. Looking all the way up, curving the spine all the way down, and then breathing out, curling it all the way, so shoulder blades apart, and looking towards your belly. Breathe in up, all the way up, and breathe out down. So yeah, it's lovely on the spine, just really moving, rippling through the spine, breathing in up, breathing out all the way back down, looking towards your belly. Breathing up and all the way back down, and a big out breath, looking down, curling under. Breathing up and back to center, and then we're going to sit back on our heels. We're not going to sit completely back on our heels. Move your hands forward slightly so that when you sit back you don't quite sit on your heels, your bum's sort of still hovering off your heels. You walk your fingertips forwards and then you lower your belly to thighs and bring your head down towards the floor. In this, it's called extended puppy, so an extended puppy pose. So you'll feel the stretch in the underside of the arms and the shoulders when you bring your head to the floor. And just take a few breaths here. Big inhales and exhales as you just inch a little bit closer, chest closer to the floor. And then coming slowly up. And we'll do one more for the shoulders. So I'm going to take my left arm first and thread it underneath my right, yeah? So coming down onto my left shoulder and looking up towards the ceiling. So I'm resting on my left shoulder and then just gently drawing back, so I'm stretching my left shoulder. Good. And then slowly up. And then do the other side, so right arm underneath. This is called a shoelace. And coming onto the right shoulder and rolling gently back onto the shoulder. Deep breaths. While you hold this. Slowly back up to centre. And then sit back on your heels and stretch all the way back on your heels this time. Stretch your arms out in front as far as you can. Bring the forehead to the floor. And this is extended child's pose. So stretching from the fingertips. So nice straight arms. And take a couple of breaths here. And then slowly work your way back up to your seated position. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed day 1 of week 2 of the daily reset, and your shoulders and neck feel nice and released of tension.